We set up Seven Investment Management because there were, well, seven of us actually. Seven of us who all had something in common. We'd all worked for large corporations looking after people's money, which taught us one thing: how not to look after people's money. There has to be a better way. Or in our phrase, actually, doing the right thing. It can't be that difficult. So we actually set up Seven Investment Management for each of our own monies and family monies as well, and to try and actually operate a facility and a service which was the service that we would want to have as clients and customers. To us, what was really important was to make sure there was the consistency of approach right the way through. So whether you've got £1,000 or whether you've got £1 million, the same investment discipline, that institutional discipline brought through to the retail market, still applies. And it's not just something which is restricted to the chosen wealthy few, but open to everybody in the same way. Looking after people's money should be relatively straightforward. It should be done in a way that people understand. It should be done in a way that people can see what's happening and, above all, understand where the costs and charges are going. Unfortunately, we've managed to develop an industry which has often developed a language which is ludicrously complicated, designed to actually often protect the stupidity of the industry itself, rather than necessarily making sure it's clear, plain English that people can understand. Then also make sure that people can be very clear as to what they're actually paying for, rather than necessarily having a bundled charge with all sorts of opaque issues going on. And that still happens today. And in my view, that's just not right. Possibly the most important part of any bit of investment is actually the people themselves, be it as a customer or a client, or the advisor, or actually the people actually helping running that money. It's still a people business, based on one word that actually makes sure that the investments and the business is run properly, and that is trust. Sadly, a word that's been abused by many financial services companies over the past few years, but one we think is absolutely vital. We've been going now for some 12 years, and it's a privilege to be able to look after over 5 billion of clients' assets, but making sure we're using the same responsibility and the same attitude that it's a privilege to look after that money than when we just first started with the first pound, which was our money as well. Very simply, we tell people what we're going to be doing with their money, and we've had 10 years to be able to prove that's exactly what we do. We then show it in a way which is clear and transparent, and to be able to make sure then it's doing what we said it would do, something that actually our industry isn't always very well known for. The other issue actually I think is important is applying technology. Technology in a way that we can then all access the information on our money in the way that's suitable for us. These days it might be on your iPhone, it might be on your tablet, all sorts of different ways, which are suitable for you, using that technology to make it clearer and simpler. You can't necessarily make it entertaining, but at least you can make it interesting. It's been a real pleasure being able to develop this business, to look after people's money and to give them what they were looking for. And it's been a privilege looking after that money. And it'd be a great privilege and to have the opportunity to be able to look after yours as well and apply those same disciplines for your future and your finances.